everyone, and welcome to All Things Ghostly. Yes, we are back, and today we are talking about 9 scariest haunted dolls you do not want in your home. Well, babe, let me just tell you one thing. I don't want any haunted dolls in my home. I don't care if they're 9 of the scariest. I don't care if it's like number 1 on your list for least scary. Dolls are creepy. Now, if you guys watched my first episode, I told you guys about how I used to collect porcelain dolls from thrift stores and yard sales, so secondhand porcelain dolls when I was a little kid, and then I just got freaked out one day and I was like, get these off the property, don't ever bring them back. Well, yeah, so me and dolls, we just don't get along. We really don't, but they're definitely interesting. I know I say that a lot, everything is interesting, but yeah, we're diving into the 9 scariest, and honestly, I just think dolls are really creepy because they're little plastic children. I don't know how to feel about that. And as you can hear in my voice, I'm still sick. Duh. I'm actually filming this in the last episode on the same day, so I'm trying to be a little more high energy in this one. Are you guys tired of me yet? I think you should be. So, I'm reading this article from The Lineup. As always, it will be linked below on whatever you're watching or listening to this on. So it says, as kids, we find comfort in dolls. They're a fun, delightful companion during playtime. As we grow older, however, these once cherished playthings transform into pure nightmare fuel. The vacant eyes and frozen grins are scary enough, but what happens when a doll stirs in the night and starts moving around on its own? What happens? I think everyone freaks out because duh. Dolls, no, you stay in your place, I'll stay in mine. The haunted dolls below are known for haunting dreams, scurrying through homes, and bringing misfortune upon anyone unlucky enough to come into contact with them. Some, such as Annabelle or Robert the Doll, are infamous. I don't know why I have this little accent twang to me when I'm sick. I'm like, I can't talk, apparently. Others are less well known, but just as chilling. Whether these toys are truly possessed is up for you to decide. Either way, you can't deny that they're downright creepy to look at. Yeah. Anyway, so number 1 is obviously Annabelle. Now there has been a whole movie surrounding this doll. So we all know she's a creeper. She is one to be on the watch for, because well, if you ever go to, where is she at right now? She's now in prison. So okay, well, let me just start reading. Annabelle is a Raggedy Ann doll now imprisoned in special glass case in the collection of the famous paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. Annabelle is so famous that she was the inspiration for a movie and a sequel. We know this, but I don't know where the collection of Ed and Lorraine Warren is, but wherever she is, she needs to stay there. And I don't know if it's open for the public, but if anyone ever goes there, you need to watch out for her, because she is a baddie bee in the worst sense. So, in the movie, Annabelle is played by a much creepier looking doll. In real life, yeah, backing up, I will say that the one in the movie is very much so creepier. Literally, the real Annabelle is just a Raggedy Ann doll, which I know I just said, but I had one of those as a kid too. And they're way less creepy. They're still a little bit unsettling to look at, but they're definitely not as creepy as the Annabelle in the movie, which obviously they did that for dramatic effect, but come on, guys, you're doing too much. That's where I was. In real life, Annabelle has the same sweet face of any Raggedy Ann. Her story, however, is not sweet at all. According to the Warrens, Annabelle was given to a young nursing roommate, Angie. I skipped a line. Annabelle was given to a young nursing student named Donna by her mother in 1970. The doll would move around the apartment when Donna and her roommate Angie weren't home. The young women were willing to put up with a doll that moved around on her own, but things soon got scarier. The doll left notes asking for help. Then she attacked Angie's boyfriend. bitch, get off her man. When the young woman found blood on the doll's dress, they called in a psychic. The psychic revealed the doll was possessed by the spirit of a girl named Annabelle. The girl's next call was to the Warrens, who took Annabelle out of their hands, putting her in a glass case with a written warning to the unsuspecting. Positively do not open. Don't do it. So number 2 is Robert the Doll. Very famous as well. Heard of him. He's a creeper as well. All of them are going to be. Duh. That's the point. So, Robert was an inspiration for the terrifying Chucky doll of the Child's Play series. I actually didn't know that, or did I? And I just forgot. I did not know Chucky was based on Robert the Doll. Anyway, Robert is a life-size doll, which is rather unusual in itself. It was reportedly made by the famous Steiff toy company in Germany. It was given to the Florida artist Robert Eugene Otto as a birthday present when he was a child in 1904. His grandfather had bought it while on a trip to Germany. The creepy doll wears a sailor suit that was probably a childhood outfit of the real Gene. Gene is Robert Eugene, that's his nickname. Another story has it that the doll was a gift from a malicious voodoo practicing maid as revenge for some unknown wrongdoing by the family. Stories of the doll's odd behavior began early, with reports of the doll changing expressions and moving around the house on its own. Changing expression? One theory says that Gene himself unleashed the doll's powers by blaming his childhood misdeeds on the life-size doll who wore his clothes and had his name. Those who lived... Oh, Robert. Yeah, I just put that together now because the kid's name is... or nickname is Gene after his middle name. But both Roberts. Wow. He wanted to really blame him for everything. You know, to be fair, if a little kid was blaming me, as a doll of course, for all of his bad doings, I'd be mad too. I'd be like, listen, little beach, you're not going to do that. Anyway, those who lived in the house reported hearing Gene talking to Robert. Perhaps not that unusual, but Robert would talk back. And y'all didn't think that was weird? I mean, maybe they did, but damn. As the years went on, Robert's deed turned darker. The doll is blamed for many misfortunes, including financial collapse, broken bones, and car accidents. Robert remained in the Otto family home in Key West, Florida, throughout Gene's life, even after his death. The house passed to new owners who kept the living doll for 20 years. Robert now resides in a museum in Key West where brave tourists can visit him. I don't know about all that. So the third one is Elmo. Like literally Elmo, like from Sesame Street. So let's see what they got to say about him. The furry red Elmo doll is one of the most successful toys ever sold. Talking Elmo dolls have been a must-have holiday gift since the first one was sold in 1996. Early Elmos giggled when they were tickled. They acquired larger vocabularies as the years went on, but that doesn't explain the Elmo Knows Your Name doll purchased by the Bowen family in 2008 for their 2-year-old son, James. Elmo Knows Your Name was programmed to speak its owner's name along with a few other phrases. But when the Bowmans changed Elmo's batteries, he started ad-libbing. In a sing-songy voice, the doll chanted, "Kill James?" Not something any parent is likely to find endearing. Dang. I feel like I've heard about Elmo dolls saying, like, creepy stuff like that, but I don't know if I've heard "Kill James." There was another story that I heard about a talking Elmo doll that said something really weird. I can't remember what it was, but "Kill James?" Damn. That is creepy. Number 4 is Mandy, goodness gracious, Mandy the haunted doll. Okay, Miss Mandy does not play well with others. In the Quesnel Museum in Canada, okay, that was a loud car, my bad, sorry, where she now lives, staff say they must keep her in a separate display case. When she is displayed with other dolls, she knocks them over. Staff also Staff also report their lunches disappear and that visitors' cameras often fail when taking pictures of the doll. Mandy is a porcelain baby doll, probably manufactured in Europe around 1910. The woman who donated her reportedly told the museum she was getting rid of the doll because it would cry at night. Ugh, and it's so creepy looking. It has like scratches on its face, but it's a porcelain doll. How does that happen? I don't know. Guys, these pictures are really creepy. Like, I'm not gonna well, you can click the article so you can see it, but these pictures are so freaking creepy. I hate looking at pictures of haunted dolls because I've heard there's this doll that, and I don't know her name, but she is some sort of doll that even just by looking at her, she can possess you. So you're not supposed to look at her. And I don't think it's any of the dolls on this list, because I did go through it before filming, but or before recording, I should say. But yeah, that definitely, I don't like looking at them. I really don't. But number 5 is called The Haunted Gang, and it's a bunch of dolls just sitting there, and it's really weird, and I'm not vibing with it. So it says, most haunted dolls are dumped by their owners when they start behaving badly, but the owners of these 8 terrifying dolls were reportedly interested in paranormal phenomena and bought this collection because they were said to be possessed. Their names: Crystal, Monica, Charlotte, True, Isaac, Lily, Cameron, and Ashley. The owners have a camera constantly recording the dolls and other parts of the house. In 2009, one camera appears to have recorded something strange, a ghostly boy appearing at the bottom of a staircase. That is intense, to be constantly recording. I feel like that would take a lot of space on like a hard drive, computer, that type of stuff. But I mean, I guess security cameras are constant, but they're more so like motion activated, so I wonder, but it said constantly recording, not motion activated, but I don't know. Anyway, number 6 is Ruby the doll. Ruby. No, that's not the name of the other doll. I'm like, wait, what is the name of the doll? I forget. The one that, like, even when you look at her through a screen, it's like she can still possess you. I don't know. Hopefully I'll be okay, guys. Wish me luck. Like a few dolls on this list, Ruby could never stay in one place at a time. Its owners often found the doll in different rooms of the house. What's more, picking Ruby up induced feelings of sadness and nausea. According to its former owners, Ruby was passed down from generation to generation. The doll's spooky origin traces back many years ago to a young family relative who was said to have passed away while clutching the figurine. After jumping between different family members, Ruby has now found her forever home at the Traveling Museum of the Paranormal and the Occult, where visitors often feel an overwhelming feeling of sorrow from the doll. Oh, she's just a sad gal. Sad girl hour. What is that called? It's like sad, I don't know. There's something that's like on TikTok or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, I'm being cringy now. Ooh, that was the worst sound in the world. Sorry. I will take care of that post filming during editing. Anyway, what I was saying was I'm being cringy now because I'm trying to be upbeat and my energy lasted for a little bit there. It really did at the beginning, and now it's dwindling again and I'm losing my voice, so gotta love that. Anyway, number 7 is Charlie the Haunted Doll, and he is a creeper too. He is looking not great, not gonna lie. Really trying not to cough. Anyway, so he is not looking great. That's all I'm saying. He looks very creepy. I really want you guys to go to this article and look at what I'm looking at right now, because when I tell you it's very unsettling, I mean it. I do mean it. It's not fun to look at. Oh, the next one is really creepy too. Okay. Charlie was first discovered in the attic of an old Victorian home in upstate New York in 1968. Charlie was locked away inside of a trunk with newspapers dating back to the 1930s and a yellowed piece of paper that had the Lord's Prayer written on it. The family placed the figurine on display with their other dolls and toys. Soon, however, Charlie seemed to move on its own, swapping places with the other toys. Are we kidding? I don't even know, like, why do all haunted dolls just want to move so much? Like, you are a doll. Do you not understand that? I mean, at the end of the day, it's just, like, a doll is a possessed object. So it's the same as, like, a possessed book or a possessed picture or something like that. But I feel like because the spirit knows it's in a doll, like a human-like thing, it just fucking moves around to mess with us more. Anyway, not long thereafter, the family's youngest daughter claimed that Charlie spoke to her in the middle of the night. The parents dismissed the claim, chalking it up to their daughter's overreactive imagination, but the little girl and her siblings were terrified of Charlie. They refused to go near it. When mysterious scratches appeared on the little girl's body, the family decided to lock Charlie back up in the attic trunk. Charlie now resides at a local artisan, I don't know, a Beverly, Massachusetts oddity shop just minutes away from Salem. Swing by and say hello. Probably not. Yeah, scratches. No, I always get really creeped out by that too, when like a physical or a paranormal entity can physically do something. That's just goodness gracious. So the next thing we have here is Island of the Dolls, yeah. Ooh, the last one is freaking creepy. Like, the pictures are all over my screen right now, and they're hard to look at. The Island of Dolls is located in the I don't know how to say that. Oh my goodness, y'all are gonna hate me. It's Xochimilco canal system just south of Mexico City. The isle is completely covered by broken and decaying dolls that hang from the trees. The dolls were placed there by Julian Santana Barea. Sure. The former owner of the island, who festooned? I don't know. I don't know words. Just let's move on. The island with dolls in an effort to appease the spirit of a girl who drowned nearby. Oh, that's so sad. I've heard of this before, but I did not know that was the story behind it. He's just trying to hang her some dolls. That's sad. The site is only accessible by boat. Given its eerie backstory and unsettling state, the Island of the Dolls is a popular tourist destination. Those who visit the island and walk among the dolls often claim the figurines whisper to them. Visitors are also encouraged to leave offerings or other dolls on the island to add to the collection. I mean, you definitely don't want those guys on your bad side, so maybe leave them a little gift. I don't know what they like, though. What if I, like, left coins and they're like, no, excuse me, and then that just makes it worse. You never know. But yeah, definitely don't want to piss those guys off. So number 9 is Letta, the haunted doll, and I've also heard about this one. I can't remember where from, so let's go ahead and show you what this says. Letta the doll, also known as Letta Me Out. Oh my gosh, what? Let me out of here. Letta Me Out. Is truly one of the scariest looking haunted dolls out there. Yes, I agree. Again, go look at these pictures. The child-sized figurine is said to be about 200 years old and is made of carved wood and real human hair. Oh, that is so creepy. The doll's owner, Carrie Walton, seems to have found Letta in the 1970s while exploring a deserted home in Wagga Wagga, Australia. I don't know if that's how it's said, but that's how I wanted to say it. Wagga, I don't know. Anyway, Walton brought back the figurine to his home in Queensland. Soon thereafter, strange events began to occur. Household items shifted positions, scuff marks appeared on the floor. Walton's children complained of nightmares. One night they woke up screaming that Letta was talking and moving around on its own. Dogs turned aggressive whenever they were near the doll, while guests claimed to see the doll move. At some point, Walton tries to sell off Letta, only to find that he physically couldn't get him out of the car. What does that mean? Was he gripping onto the seats? Like, I need some more detail, babes. What are we doing here? Walton asserts Letta's origins trace back to Eastern Europe. He believes the doll is a vessel haunted by the spirit of a boy who drowned many years ago. Another drowned kid. Interesting. Letta currently tours around Australia with Walton, sitting on the laps of those who are brave enough to take a picture with the grinning figurine. Are we kidding? You want this to sit on your lap? I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. It's so weird, it's so human-like. Like, even the little hands on the doll, it looks so human-like. I do not want to look anymore. Okay, so before my throat completely goes out, that is gonna wrap up this episode. I will just say, I'm not sure. I think that people... I don't know if this is actually true, but I think one of the worst mistakes that people could possibly make if you do come in contact with a possessed doll is assuming that it's a child just because it's in a doll, which I don't know if this is like a thing, but it's just popped into my head right now because, again, when you're hearing about all of these spirits that are connected to these just dolls that are toys, I feel like it's automatically, again, aligned with being a child because it's a doll, it's a toy. But I feel like oftentimes, although not every spirit is malicious, I feel like oftentimes just because a spirit isn't evil doesn't mean it can't be bad. And I feel like the malicious spirits that aren't necessarily evil, they're gonna do what they can to take advantage of a situation, and get what they want out of people. So again, like trying to be very childlike, haunting a doll, or even presenting as a kid, because who says that spirits can't lie to us? I mean, again, somebody could say that they're a little kid, but it's really not. So they're definitely gonna do that if they can to get what they want out of you. That's not necessarily saying that it's a demon or anything evil, but again, let's say if this spirit just really enjoys freaking the fuck out of people, it's gonna do that. And you know, obviously we're very trusting toward children because children are supposed to be good. They're supposed to be, you know, pure and innocent, and you know, if they can rope us in with that type of stuff and then scare the shit out of us, that's what it's gonna do. It's gonna try to find a way to do that as seamlessly and successfully as possible. So keep an eye out for these dolls, guys, because I genuinely wonder if any of the dolls that I used to have were haunted, because obviously, as I said in my first episode, I never saw any movement or anything like that. I was never creeped out by them, but there was a switch that one day, and I really, really, really wish I could put myself back into that day so I could, like, understand fully what I was thinking, because I don't know, dolls just have something to them, like, they really do, and I just think that they're very easy to inhabitate because, again, it's human-like in the sense that it looks like almost like a little kid, even if it doesn't have like human-like features. It's got the arms, the legs, the head, the body. So I think that it's just like an easy vessel to put yourself in as a spirit, because it's what you're used to. I mean, if you had a human body, then the body of a doll would be something very similar. So I just feel like dolls are like almost made to be like possessed by something, not literally, but I just feel like it's one of those things that automatically when I see a doll, my first question, is it haunted? Do you know? You don't know? You've never thought about it? Well, I have. Okay, I have. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, guys, definitely crazy stuff. Anyway, I'm losing my energy again, so let's pick it back up. Let's pick it up, picking it up. Okay, anyway, so let me know, first of all, if you've ever had a haunted doll. I don't know if it's that common to have haunted dolls, but let me know if you do, if like one goes through your family line, you think it's a little bit creepy, you think it's a little bit questionable. Second of all, let me know what you think about these haunted dolls, if you've ever been to any of the locations with them, because again, most of them are visitable, like definitely in museums or like the Island of the Haunted Doll, or the Island of the Dolls, that's what it's called. You can go there. So let me know if y'all have ever been there. I'm curious to hear those stories if you have. And if you haven't, well, just tell me how much they creep you out, because I know they creep me out. Also, I would just like to say, the warning on the Annabelle, positively do not open. That is so ominous, because it's so formal that I'm like, she really meant that. Lorraine and Ed, they really meant that. Also, they're a very interesting duo as well. I might have to do an episode on them, because they're a little bit, they've got a story to be told. Let me just say that. And I just think it's really cool that people have been able to make like careers out of paranormal investigating, because again, I feel like it's one of those things where for so long, especially back in their time, people were just completely discounting the thought of paranormal, if not because they're like afraid of it. So again, just kind of like ignorance is bliss type of vibes. If not for that reason, I feel like it's because again, all of paranormal all paranormal beings were associated with like Satan and the devil, and automatically evil for the most part. So I feel like people, obviously they dealt with a lot of like exorcists and possessions and stuff like that, but I don't know, I just think it's really cool to look back and see that people were actually able to make a career out of investigating back then, because I just think it was automatically shut down by so many people. But yeah, anyway guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this episode up. I have no more to tell you about the haunted dolls. There was actually one that I saw when looking for this article that, I'm gonna see if I can pull it up here really super quickly, because I thought it looked interesting and I hadn't seen this doll before. Also there's this, so on this other article, I might as well just like tell you guys about this too. I'll link this article as well in case you want to see this one. But Renesmee, the doll that played Bella and Edward's daughter in Twilight, the doll is apparently haunted as well. It says one day she might be standing up straight, and the next when you come in on another day, she's in a weird position. It's like, is she moving around in there? We don't know. But we will tell everybody, or we do tell everybody that the display case cover is on her for their protection. So that's interesting. I didn't know about that. But where is that other one? Here it is. It's called Okiku, maybe? Again, sorry for any mispronunciations. Visitors to the Meneji Temple in Hokkaido, Japan, I don't know, are welcome to gaze upon Okiku, but no photography is allowed. As legend has it, the doll was originally purchased in 1918 by Aikichi Suzuki to give to his older sister Kikuko. The doll had a short haircut. When Kikuko tragically passed away the following year, Okiku's hair began to grow out, so the doll. When the family moved away in 1938, they gave Okiku to monks at the temple. Today, her hair is nearly down to her knees. Some observers also report that a close inspection of Okiku's mouth reveals erupting teeth. Babe. A doll's hair should not be growing. It just simply should not. So definitely very creepy. Definitely very unsettling. That one is like crazy, like to me in and of itself, because again, I've never heard of a doll actually physically growing hair or teeth, apparently too. That's a little bit weird. So again, very interesting to know if there's a breakdown of that anywhere as well, because how is it possible for a plastic or maybe glass, I don't know what she's made out of, to be growing hair? Like, that doesn't even make any sense. So I don't know, maybe let me know if there's any more about that doll, or maybe I'll just look it up, because I can do that. I can do that for myself. Anyway, yes, that's just all of the haunted dolls that I have to talk to you about today. So technically we talked about 11 today. Wow, look at me go. Anyway, so yes, I will see you guys in my next episode. Follow my Instagram at All Things Ghostly. I do have a TikTok, All Things Ghostly Podcast. Follow my YouTube channel if you're not already watching from YouTube. And if you're watching on YouTube, just know that you can also stream this on Spotify and Apple Music, probably other places too, but those are the top two that I for sure know that it's streaming on. And if you are on YouTube, or you're coming to YouTube to visit me, leave me some comments down below and let me know what you thought. Let me know about your own history with dolls if you have any. And yes, I will see you guys in my next episode. Bye!